Hello everyone in YouTube land. This is volume 2 of my series on the Holden Geminis that I keep and restore. If you haven't seen the first episode, this is my 1975 TX Coupe 2-door. You can see it's a stripped out interior. If you'd seen the first episode you would have seen it. This is a bit more detail. You can see that this is, it used to be an automatic, like the transmission tunnel there, but it also has been converted to a manual. You can see the clutch pedal, it's all there, so obviously sometime during its life it had the conversion done. Lucky for me, it means I don't have to do it myself. Has the ventilation for what looks to be aircon. I haven't actually seen that before in any of my Geminis. That have the same dash. That's a spare dash, but dash that came with it is the same setup. Usually there's vents on aircon models where that's right on the side where those ribs are. You can see the interior. Gazelle trims, what it's called. I don't think this is a factory design. I don't know TX interiors very well, but this doesn't look like something you'd find in all of them. So when it's retrimmed, I'll get it done in this particular style. Keep it all original. An original wheel. This came off of my TD sedan. They're all the same, so it's no problem. I haven't decided if I'll use this or a different steering wheel. I was actually thinking of getting something like an original Isuzu steering wheel. I found one, but it was just when I didn't have any money. I would have bought it, but yeah. So that's this car as it is now. Haven't done very much since the last time. I got some mags for it. You can see there, jelly beans. They suit this car very nicely. A lot of those old school type wheels suit these cars, but I've always liked jelly beans, so I decided to get a set. Those were $80 for a set of 4. Wheel nuts, center caps. Tyres are a bit bald, but apart from that they're alright. Already polished, so I reckon I got a good deal out of that. There's a different guard on it. I'll explain why that is in a minute. Some factory height springs. I got those out of a mint condition factory sedan, so it was lowering it, so I took the rear springs out. I should have took the front springs as well, but I forgot to, and stuck them in this. I'm going to keep it the original height. I think it's probably just best if it stays like that. So yeah, new front apron. Again, I'll explain why that is in a minute, but this is pretty much dent free, whereas the front apron on the car now, you can see there it's got some damage to it. I don't know why that is, but instead of repairing it, I was going to repair it, but instead of repairing it, I'll just put that one on. It'll be much easier. And this is why I've got all this stuff here. I'll show you. Is I bought another car. This is a 1976 TX sedan. I bought it for $250 as a rolling shell, and there is as little rust on this car as you can possibly find in a Gemini, apart from the most original examples. So the only bit of rust that's on the car at all is right there. That little bit, the bottom of the A-pillars. Everything else, those boxes, and behind the guards, everything else is no rust. That's the bonnet came off the coupe, stuck it on there. Everything else is pretty much as clean as you can get for $250. These wheels, these are 15-inch speed lines. You would have seen them on the last video. They were on the coupe. I bought these for $80 as well. They're a much better deal. They're Italian speed lines, as far as I know. I don't know if they're exactly Italian made, but they certainly suit the car very nicely. It's lowered. Makita springs. If you don't know the joke, it's actually chop springs. Makita being the brand of angle grinder would have used. The interior is pretty much factory. It's got seat covers on the rear. I put my TD's front seats in there because I got some better ones. This was a total surprise. I didn't know it was even in the car. It's a fiberglass early model dash, half finished, but still, I basically got it for free. Along with a lot of other stuff. The engine bay's got absolutely nothing in it. No brakes, no heater box, nothing. And this car doesn't have sway bars either. So basically, you start from scratch and build it up into something much better. So I could do an engine conversion on this if I wanted to. I mean, the shell's good for it. So I haven't decided yet. I was thinking about a Toyota engine, or maybe even something like a Nissan engine. I've ruled out rotaries or V6s. It's not what I'm interested in. I know a lot of people like to do it, but it's just not for me. The boot floor's completely rust free, nothing in there. So you can tell it's an early model because of the rear styling. It's got the number plate down the bottom and the center garnish, like my coupe. I mean, they're both TXs, so they would be the same. That's my van. I haven't done anything to it. I never do anything to it. And this is the second new acquisition. This is not going to be done. I'm not going to be repaired. I'm not bothering. I've never been one for late model cars, but this is a 1984 TG SLX, the upmarket model of these cars, the very last of the Geminis made. It's probably one of the most popular models, but I'm not going to keep it for two reasons. One, I'm not interested in late models, personal preference, but also, as you can see, it's had quite a bad smack on the side. It's got lowered springs in it, so hopefully the spring on that side's not damaged. And the best part about this is it was $300 with a running engine and a 5-speed. 5-speed being harder to find for these cars. So I took it out and put it in my red TD sedan, which I'll show in a minute. I'm basically taking everything out of this car, nothing else apart from the engine will be used, because they're all late model parts. I don't really need much of it, so instead I'm taking parts off to sell to people, seeing as how these are popular. Has a rear bar, and those lights were alright until that reverse lens came out when I moved it. I have no idea how that happened. It fell out and got run over. And this is the current car that I'm working on, mostly. I got into the shed finally. It's taken me a while to actually manage to get it in. You can see it's got different seats in it. They came out of the TG. Much better material, and they're not too far from original condition. There's very little wear and tear on them, so I decided to grab them. That's my good steering wheel with a brand new boss kit, a new gear knob, and I've got some gauges for it. Near new carpet and floor mats. That didn't cost me a cent. I'm very happy about that. I've been looking for carpet for a while. I've got rear seats on it as well from the SLX. Again, better trim, better material, and I've got a parcel shelf I need to recover, and some speakers to go in it. The TG had a set of globes on it. Those are globe wheels, but one of them was damaged, so I've only got a set of 3, which is a bit disappointing because I would have liked to have all 4, but you can't do much about it. I got some edge primer on some areas of the car. Like I said before, it needs a respray very badly. This is the new engine. Ripped it out, painted the engine bay, put it in. It's a standard engine, standard G161. Very clean. I'm very happy about that. These are actually the later model pollution engines. They have less power than the ones this car came out with, but I'm not really worried about it. I've got the original engine sitting in a workshop in pieces, so I'm going to rebuild it for power, camshaft, extractors, weather, all that stuff. And apart from that, it's not running yet. I need to fix up the wiring and make sure everything works, and then I'll start it up and I'll take a video of that when I do it. And apart from that, it's pretty much like this. It'd be nice to finally be able to drive it. I'll get it registered and it'll be my daily. Well, that's about it for this update. I'll make another video when I get my TD running and when I drive it. Well, catch you next time, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.